Good morning, students. So today we'll be starting with the fifth chapter of commercial studies, and the chapter name is Sole Proprietorship and Hindu Undivided Family Business. I'll share the PDF of this chapter in the WhatsApp group. No need to worry. So yesterday we dealt with the three kinds of enterprises: the public sector enterprise, the private sector enterprise, and the joint sector enterprise. And we are also understood it with the examples, the real examples, right? So today we'll understand with the term called what do we understand sole proprietor, and we'll understand the features of sole proprietor. Okay. So let's start with the meaning sole proprietor. So who is the sole? Sole means one, right? One, single. And proprietor means businessman. So what is it? Sole proprietorship means it is a one-man business. Okay. Sole means one, right? Proprietor means business. Proprietorship means businessman. So sole proprietor means it is a one-man business in which the business is owned, run, controlled and financed by a single person. Okay, these are the keywords I have written. So again I am repeating, sole proprietor means a one-man business in which it is owned, it is run, it is controlled and it is financed by a single person. Okay. And the sole proprietor, because it is a business entity and we know that business is performed for what? For earning profit, for making money. And we have studied in chapter 1, if you remember, that business activities are done for profit making. So again, sole proprietor is a one-man business in which it is owned, it is run, controlled and financed by a single person, and it is a profit-making organization. Okay. Now, let's understand with an example. In sole proprietor, a very simple example is the person, if you want to start your own shop, okay, you want to start your own shop of groceries, or let's take an example of stationery. You want to keep pen, pencil, eraser, chocolate, everything there. So, if you want to open it tomorrow in one of your room, in your house, you can open it. You did not need to take permission from anywhere. You can get all the stuffs and you can do it. So that kind of business in which one person is involved and the shop will be owned by you, the shop will be run by you, the shop will be controlled by you and the shop will be financed. Finance means whatever money is required to start that shop, whatever money is required to purchase all those materials will be paid by you. So I hope you have understood what do we understand by sole proprietor, right? And why are you doing this business? If you are doing this business, the sole motive is to earn profit. So it is a profit making organization. Now we'll understand the features of sole proprietor. The first feature says single ownership. Till now you have understood the meaning of sole proprietor. The first meaning, the word sole means one, it is single. The single ownership, like I gave you an example of if you want to open a shop in your own house, in your one room of your house or even in a nearby locality of stationery. So you are the owner of that shop. You are the single owner. And when you are the single owner and you are owning it, running it, controlling it and financing it. I hope you can understand these terms. So you are the single owner of the organization, of the business. The second is one man control. Again, this word is common to you. One man, sole means one. So it is controlled by one person. Let's take an example of the person who is, think about a person near to your house who is owning a shop, a retail shop, kirana dukan which we say. What happens there? The controller is one. You might understand there is one controller, there is one owner. So whenever you go to the shop, you purchase something and you see that there is one single person who is sitting in his shop from morning till evening and selling stuffs. So he is controlling it. So it is also an example of sole proprietor. Okay. The third one is small size. Small size, why a sole proprietor is a small size? See, a sole proprietorship business is run by a single person. And in any kind of business activity, you need money. Apart from money, you need manpower, you need people. From where will you get people? And from where will you get money? If it is a small scale. If you want to enlarge it, or if you want to make it a large scale business, you need more people. You need more people. So if it is more people involved in that business, it will no longer be a sole proprietor, because now it will not be a part of one person control. It will include many people. Secondly, you will need to have money, huge amount of money, because all those people who will be working in your company, in your business, you have to pay for them, right? So from where will you get this? You'll not be able to manage this many capital, this much amount of fund. So what will you do? In order to increase the size, you need more capital. Capital is what? Capital is the money invested in the business. So the size is smaller. Okay, since this is the size of the organization is smaller in case of sole proprietorship. The next point is no legal formalities. Now, in case if you want to open a shop, or if any XYZ person wants to open a shop on his own, he wants to keep certain stuff and he wants to sell it on a retail basis, and he is a sole proprietor. Sole proprietor means it is one man business in which he is controlling it, he is running it, he is financing it, he is owning it. So what happens? He need not go to somewhere else to get the legal formalities done. He did not get the legal permission from anywhere. It is his wish to start a business. It is his wish to close a business. It is his wish कि आज मैं दुकान जाऊंगा तो मैं दुकान खोलूंगा. It is his wish to not go and open the shop, because he is controlling it. He is the owner. The next one is, I hope that you people might understand the term sole proprietor, because there might be many parents of yours who are working as a sole proprietor. They are owning the business on a single hand. The next one is unlimited liability. Here comes a thing. Unlimited liability, there are two words. Unlimited means which doesn't have a limit, right? Which is unending. And liability means, liability, try to understand with the word called tension. Okay? So liability here means tension, because you are the owner, you are controlling it, you are financing it. So in case if the business undergoes a loss, so you are the one who have to come over that loss. If you are not able to come over that loss, you have to shut down the business. Understanding my point? So what is happening? Here it is unlimited liability. Liability you can also understand with the word called risk. Because someday if there is a kind of problem, someday if there is a theft in your shop, there is a robbery in your shop, and you undergo a loss, what will happen? You are the owner and you have to shut down the shop. So unlimited liability in this case, because you cannot seek help from somewhere. The next one is no profit sharing. Definitely when it is a single person business, so whatever profit that person is earning, it is his own money. He is not going to share it with someone. Okay, so there is no profit sharing. Whatever the profit he earns, it is his own profit. He will enjoy the profits, and in case he feels some loss, so what will happen? He will have to undergo the loss individually. Okay, now see, sole proprietor understand with an example. For example, there is a Wednesday bazaar, the booth bazaar that we have in McCluskeyganj. Someday you felt that चलो ठीक है एक दिन मैं इडली दुकान लगाता हूँ. Okay, you went there, you put up your shop on a cycle or somewhere, right? You started selling the idli. On the first day when you went, there was a good sale, and for the next week you felt अच्छा ठीक है, I'll not go and I'll not sell idlis today. So what happens in this case? That is your choice, because you are the sole proprietor of that business, of that idli selling business. It is your choice to either go and sell it in the booth bazaar or not to go in booth bazaar and sell. You need not go and seek permission from somewhere. Understanding? So try to relate all these features with even your kirana dukan, or those people who are having their own business in their house as a sole proprietor, which is owned single. You can easily relate all these features. Okay, so I have dealt with you these 6 features. and the meaning. See, whenever you understand the meaning of a particular word, you will easily be able to extract the features out of it. Okay, so the homework for you is write down what do you mean by sole proprietor. Okay, sole proprietor I am telling, and write down or explain 5 features of sole proprietorship. See, when I am explaining you, I am just giving you points, right? I am just writing you the subheading. But when you write it in your copy, you have to write this subheading, put a colon or a dash, and give a 2-liner or 3-liner explanation. And if possible, give some examples of all these subheadings. Like the way I am giving you the examples, you can use your own examples also, that you are free to do it. But the meaning and the gist should be same. Okay, so I have given you 2 homeworks. Please do it properly. Thank you.